No. Leave them on.
Ideals at Calhoun Square in Minneapolis. Come get your love.
Why do I always have to leave my glasses on?
I was disappointed, but I wasn't surprised. Their dishes honestly look great. They do.
For more information about Lake Cordon Bleu, we welcome you to visit TwinCitiesCulinary.com. We're certainly glad that you could join us tonight and invite you to tune in next time for another heated episode of The Titanium Chef.
Where's that immersion blender?
Drop your utensils and stop plating.
Steve!
You take your chef knife and you'll have it point towards a dish, and that'll be the one that needs to be done first, or that's the number one priority.
Maybe you should tell her. See, Kevin.
It's already over.
The Lafayette Bridge carries 81,000 people a day into the heart of St. Paul.
And you can't go any place in this town without going over a bridge.
And is receiving some heated attention in the wake of the 35W bridge collapse.
I'm pretty upset about it.
The Lafayette Bridge was last inspected in June of 2006, and it received a deficiency rating of 49.5. The 35W Bridge, which is 6 miles upstream from us, received a deficiency rating of 50.
In 1975, just 7 years after it opened, the bridge was closed after a crack in the main beam had been discovered. It was large enough to fit your arm into it. The 2006 MnDOT report shows that had the crack not been discovered, collapse would have been imminent. Like the 35W bridge, the Lafayette Bridge is considered fracture critical, which means if one part fails, the whole bridge could collapse. Today, the bridge shows many signs of corrosion and deterioration in its steel trusses and gusset plates. Sounds of steel shuddering and vibrating emanate from underneath the rush hour traffic, and residents here are concerned that this bridge isn't slated for replacement until 2011.
2011.
Jessica LePage was on the 35W bridge shortly before it fell. She finds it upsetting that the state isn't doing more faster.
Don't sacrifice the lives of your citizens again because you don't want to spend money on roads and bridges.
In recent days, MnDOT has been under pressure to perform further investigations into the Lafayette Bridge. They announced that in early September, they will perform an in-depth look at the bridge to see if it will hold out another 4 years. Replacing it any sooner is dependent on whether or not state funding can be made available. For WBRN News, I am Charles Abel. Minneapolis, a growing city with growing crime problems.
Honestly, I don't feel safe on my own anymore. I used to take the bus every day to work and home back. Now I've gotten a car.
In recent years, crime has been on the increase in Minneapolis. 2006 numbers released from the FBI show a 15% increase in the reports of violent crime, a rate that is 6 times higher than the national average of just 2.5%. This had some former residents of Minneapolis worried.
I always had to look over my shoulder. I felt very, very uncomfortable. I was scared.
Sherilyn and Chad Weller and their 5-year-old son recently left the city after a close call of their own.
One night there was a drive-by, and we heard pop, 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 and we were like, oh my God, and we hit the floor, and we saw these people come on the stretcher.
The Wellers took up residence in Shakopee, an environment they feel will be much safer to raise a family.
We can let our son play outside. Our neighbors, every time we walk by, we say hi, how's it going?
They all know our names. They know Maisie's names. We're not just a face, we're a name here, and I like that.
Still others are taking the increase in crime in stride.
Living in the city, you have certain risks that you take doing your day-to-day activities. I don't stop living just because of a couple of incidents.
And even with a significant crime increase in 2006, those numbers were still 25% lower than they were in 1992. For WBRN News, I'm Charles Abel reporting.